Welcome back, and the purpose of today's video is I'm going to take a more closer look at one of the games I covered in one of the ZX Spectrum Legends videos, the Don Priestley video, and the game is 3D Tanx, which was released by DK'Tronics 1983. Now, before I go into that, I want to make a few words about YouTube comments. Now, if you've commented on any of my videos and you have not been able to see them, I have not deleted anything unless it was something dickish, and no one's written anything dickish. YouTube seems to be having a brain fart at the moment whereby comments are not showing up, etc. It's a real pain in the backside, but anyway, my apologies for that. Let's get into the game. Now, 3D Tanx, like I said, is a Don Priestley game, 1983, published by DK'Tronics. I didn't know this game at all until I did the Don Priestley video, and I really enjoyed it. Now, it's a simple affair. It's a shooting gallery game, basically. You are the sort of artillery piece at the bottom, and you are defending a bridge, and you've got to stop all the enemy tanks getting across it. And you do so by basically bombing the crap out of them. You do so by way of moving left and right, and also controlling the elevation of your gun. And if you manage to hit a moving tank on its turret, you get 500 points. You take it out of circulation completely. If you only manage to hit it on the hull, you get 200 points. If you then manage to, having disabled the tank, then destroy the turret, you get another 200 points. But if a tank makes it all the way to the other side because of your, or in this case, my ineptitude, then you lose 100 points. Now, this is a really fun little game. It's quite tricky, for me anyway. Rather than sort of have any kind of pre-planned strategy, I tend to just follow along the lines of let's just throw as many shells as possible out, and eventually we'll hit something. The old Max Fairground sort of thing. If you throw enough balls at enough coconuts, eventually you're going to win a goldfish. But I don't think I'm going to win much on the scope of this, on the strength of this showing. But it's really fun. Like I said, the graphics are very simple. Sound-wise, it's very simple, but that is just proof of the fact that you can see I just copped an unfortunate one there, and it was game over instantly. Did I mention that the tanks fire back? Sorry. Yes, the tanks fire back, and you've got to stay out the way of their return fire. Return fire. I had that on the 3DO. We're one of the only games worth playing on that system. So yeah, where was I? Oh, I've gone bloody lost myself now. Yeah, sorry, I was talking about the graphics and the sounds, etc. They do what they need to do. They're not spectacular, but bear in mind this is 1983, and that goes to show that it doesn't matter what a game looks or plays like, and there's enough, looks and sounds like, and there's enough examples over the years, over a number of formats. If it's playable, it will still be playable in 20 years time, or 30 years time, 33 years time in the case of 3D Tanx. So this is no exception. Now, where this is a good game, I think, would be for people wanting to do like high score challenges and stuff like that, because you can play it 2-player. Although, as I've said before, I'm a Billy No Mates. No one wants to play specky games with me anymore. So I don't know quite how the 2-player works, whether or not one of you's bridge bound and you've got to fire back at the gun. Now, an interesting tactic here, if you stop a tank in its tracks, all the other tanks on that sort of level get stuck behind it, and they can become sort of sitting ducks, which is can be, if you're accurate enough, you know, can lead to a build-up of points. Now, as ever, I am hopeless at the game, so there's probably plenty of you out there who are skilled at this going, what on earth is he doing? But anyway, I really enjoy the game. You know, it's got an immediacy about it. It's got a fun factor, and you find yourself making tank noises and sounding a bit like Baldric with his war poem. Boom, 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 boom. Although perhaps that was just me. But yeah, it's a game that really should be checked out, especially if you're unfamiliar with it. And this, there you go, took another one there, wasn't paying attention. Of course, I record the gameplay separately from the narration, so I have no one to blame but myself. I wasn't talking and playing the game at the same time there. That is way beyond my capabilities. Don't know how people who do that managed to do it. What was I saying? Oh, right. I can't remember what I was saying, so let's go off on a different tangent. That's the good. Games like this to me are the great thing about the Spectrum. You know, I owned one and I played one for donkey's years. Well, it seems like donkey's years, about 10 years. And I haven't even scratched the surface of what there is or was released and things there are to play. And you know, occasionally my journeys through the world of Spectrum, etc., have uncovered some absolute duffers. But they've also uncovered some classics like this, like Aquaplane from Quicksilver, which I did a video back a few weeks ago of. You know, and it's just brilliant that this stuff is out there, still waiting to be discovered. I mean, you know, I've got weeks, months, and possibly even years of fuel left in these Spectrum videos before I even have to consider sort of moving around or doing other things. Now, there is going to be another volume of the Spectrum Legends video following next week. I'm going to do those every couple of weeks because, dependent on the person that I choose, if their output was really quite prolific, it can be a bit time consuming cobbling everything together. So they're going to follow every couple of weeks, and my aim is to try and make them interesting and do things that are a little bit interesting, a little bit different to hopefully what's already out there. Now, I'm also going to continue doing these standalone reviews just of games that I play and I want to share a bit more. Now, this video has come to an end. I really have run out of things to rabbit about, so I'm going to bid you all adieu. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir. I don't know what Spanish for goodbye is. Yeah, if you like the video, please let me know. If there's anything you'd like to see covered, anything that I've not included before, then by all means give me a shout. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Again, please bear in mind my observations about comments on YouTube videos at the start of this video. I haven't been deleting stuff, it's just been YouTube's gone a bit mental for some reason, and I'm not the only person experiencing the problem. Okay, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and thanks ever so much for watching. Goodbye.